Hi there, I'm Suzanne and I'm a calligrapher, and I'm here to share the new Quietfire Design dies from Elizabeth Craft Designs with you. We have 12 big, beautiful calligraphic designs in the new line. It's called Away with Words. I absolutely love cut paper, but I really dislike cutting, so this is just the best of both worlds. From my pen to the computer to the final die, these have turned out really well. Now that I have my cutting done so easily, the fun is just beginning. Whatever your crafty preference, you'll be able to incorporate these designs into your artwork. The Quietfire design team has been busy cutting and cutting, and they've cut everything from 110-pound cardstock through shrink plastic, fun foam, chipboard, cracker boxes, 140-pound watercolor paper, aluminum cans and other thin metals, and shimmer sheets. But you'll need the extra plate sold by Elizabeth Craft Designs to do that. I just wanted to share how I was using these dies, and I used the Spellbinders Grand Caliber with a sheet of Coordinations cardstock face up, textured face up, the ridges of the die face down on the cutting plate, and then the base plate on top. And you can see that I've used the base plate as a cutting plate. Never mind. Whatever machine you're using, use the sandwich that you would normally use for any wafer thin dies. So we're going to take this plate over and we're going to open it up, and oh look, it fell right out. And we'll just move this aside, and then we can pull the die cut right out of the die. Now some of them will stay on the plate and pull off really easily and separate out from the counter spaces, and some like Season's Greetings, which is a bit more complicated, will require a little finesse, a little bit of love. Now it's a pretty sturdy design, so you shouldn't have to worry about ripping it, but it still requires a little bit more work to get those bits out. Sometimes I'll use my bookbinding awl to get those little fine pieces out, but you probably won't even need to use that. And there we have it. Isn't that awesome? Could you imagine cutting that by hand? That's not going to happen. And then you can take your awl and just use it in the little pokey holes to clean out the last bits. It's amazing how well the pieces drop out of the die. There you go. Nice, huh? So right now I'm storing my dies in these little sleeves, and they have a magnetic insert in them, and they just slide in and out, and they kind of keep track of things for me, and everything's together, especially for these die sets that have 2 or 3 words in them. And then I'm keeping track of my die cuts in some glassine envelopes that I've had for eons, and I can't remember where I got them. Um, and just any clear envelope or a Ziploc would work fine, and keeps them all together, and especially ones that have more than one word. And there's lots of thanks, of course. Speaking of thanks, I just wanted to share something with you about some of these dies, and you have to bring out your inner calligrapher sometimes, because some of these die cuts will stretch, and calligraphers, when they're making letters, look for their letters to line up with the same slope, so both sides of the letter, like the N or the H, should be parallel. And you see how you can pull some of these apart? Well, calligraphers don't like that very much. So when you're gluing these down, just be aware that you might want to make sure that the sides are parallel. Some of these designs don't have the same problem as thanks because they're braced with flourishes. So even if you tried, they're a bit hard to pull apart. So you don't have to worry about those ones. One of the great things about these die sets, and I didn't even realize when I made them that this would happen, is that you can mix and match them. So if you take away sympathy from with sympathy and add friends, then you've got with friends. That would make a really cool scrapbook page. And then you can also have with thanks. You might choose different colors than I did. And with you. How cool is that? I look forward to see what you can come up with for combinations. There's also best friends. Thanks for watching. I hope you got some ideas from us. You can find these products at Elizabeth Craft Designs and at Quietfire Design. I'll make sure I put the links in the description below. If you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comments. I'll do my best to answer your questions. Thanks for joining us. See you next time. Bye now.